The dodo bird is one of the most famous extinct animals in the world. It's often cited as an example of an animal that went extinct because humans are bad. But the truth is more complicated than that. Hi, it's me, and this is our channel. Today we are going to be separating myth from reality as we reveal 6 shocking facts about the dodo bird. Fact number 1, the dodo bird was not actually that dumb. Dodos have often been portrayed as stupid birds that could not fly and were therefore easy prey for humans. But a new study published in 2020 disputes this idea. The study's author, Professor Steve Davis of the University of New England, argues that the dodo was actually quite smart. He bases his argument on the fact that dodos evolved from white-throated rails that flew over from Southeast Asia. These ancestors were small proto-dodos, only about 30 centimeters tall. And fossils tell us that they arrived in Mauritius around 136,000 years ago. Dodos had to wait until they evolved into larger birds before they could take off again. But in the meantime, they needed to adapt to life on the ground. Dodos that were good at finding food and avoiding predators were more likely to survive and reproduce, meaning that the dodo had to be pretty smart after all. Fact 2, the dodo bird wasn't officially declared extinct until very recently, even though the last confirmed sighting of a dodo bird was in 1662. It wasn't until 2004 that the International Commission on Zoological Nomenclature officially declared the dodo bird extinct. This is because without a body or any recent high-quality photographic evidence, scientists cannot be 100% certain that a species is extinct. In the case of the dodo, there was simply too much anecdotal evidence to ignore. Fact 3, the dodo bird didn't look like a giant chicken. Despite what you might see on some websites, dodo birds weren't actually giant chickens. They were more like pigeons with gray and brown feathers, a purple tail and beak, red legs and feet, and white patches around their eyes. Fact 4, the dodo bird lived on an island. Although the dodo bird is now extinct, they can still be found on postage stamps, t-shirts, and other souvenirs in the island nation of Mauritius. That's because the dodo bird is thought to have evolved on Mauritius after more white-throated rails flew over from Southeast Asia. Mauritius is about 2,000 kilometers from Madagascar and 6,000 kilometers from mainland Africa. During the 17th century, when sailors began arriving in Mauritius, they introduced invasive species such as rats, cats, dogs, and pigs. These animals ate dodo eggs and killed adult dodos, contributing to their extinction. Fact 5, the dodo bird went extinct because of humans, but it wasn't our fault. Dodos were hunted by sailors for food during the 17th century, but that wasn't what caused them to go extinct. Instead, dodos went extinct because they'd evolved to be flightless. This meant that they couldn't escape predators such as cats and dogs, nor could they fly away from humans who wanted to eat them. On top of this, dodos were slow breeders. They only laid one egg every 2 to 3 years, which made it even easier for invasive species to wipe them out. Fact 6, the dodo bird is a metaphor for the dangers of invasive species. Since the dodo bird went extinct, conservationists have used them as a metaphor for the dangers of invasive species. Invasive species are non-native animals and plants that cause harm in an ecosystem. They can be a serious problem. For example, in Australia, invasive cane toads have caused billions of dollars worth of damage to the sugar industry. And in the United States, invasive wild boars destroy crops and compete with native animals for food. That's why it's so important that we learn from the mistakes of the past and do our best to prevent invasive species from causing harm in native habitats. Now, it's time to play a game. What do you think? Which of these facts surprised you the most? Tell us in the comments below. If you want to learn more about the dodo bird, we have a lot more information on our website. Thanks for watching. See ya.